get this lamp what they use right now, a table lamp, this electric, lamp. It's not a ring lamp, but it's effective. You can see the effect, you know. In the absence of every other thing, we'll make do with what we have. This is natural light. Just showing you the difference between natural light and in case you need anything called lighting to make your like Martin Sumphrey, to make your video like Martin Sumphrey. So there's this post I saw online of a couple excitedly rejoicing in church. It's a testimony. I mean, you call it a testimony. So the guy actually came out to give a testimony, and all of a sudden the pastor was asking questions. The guy called out his fiancée, and before you know it, the whole church, we are now like volunteering, different sponsors. They want to, like sponsor the wedding. It's a good sight to behold. And if you go under this comment section, you'll see, different opinions. Now, people were like, under the comment section, people were like, okay, yeah, that's nice. This is how church is supposed to be, or this kind of a thing. And I'm like, okay, yes, fine. That's how the church is supposed to be, yeah. But it's not supposed to be a surprise based on say yes now so church supposed to be. Such things shouldn't be a surprise. Shouldn't even be such a thing shouldn't even come out and like. But if you don't come out, you're not gonna say the sub. So, but how often does it happen? Because those guys, I'll consider them lucky. Stuff like that don't happen every day. Imagine next week now somebody comes out and say, I am getting married and that's my fiancé, and similar gesture is not met. What do you think? If that similar gesture, they will be like, okay, last week it happened for Mr. Okafor and Mrs. Agnes. Why is our own different? And out of nobody's me jealous like that. Again, that is what makes you, a believer or a Christ-like believer, because you're not supposed to be okay because of that one, because can't reach you. No, keep your faith. Understand? Because say come no mean say you not get your blessing, because your blessing might come in another form. You understand? Your blessing might come in another. You never, because I mean, I don't want to go into religion, because religion is not why I'm making this video. I'm actually making it because of normal, not spirituality. You understand? Because I even saw another video where Adeboye was like apologizing. He said that he misled people, not necessarily misleading. He told them, he was just apologizing, like, okay, he said tithe, if you do not pay your tithe, that you go to hell, that you don't make heaven. But he was apologizing that such instruction or doctrine is not in the Bible. Sorry. And I'm of the opinion, why are you apologizing? Just to make yourself feel good? If you're not going to reform, then there's no point apologizing. Just forget it. But don't, but henceforth, who wants to pay tithe should pay. Are you telling them not to pay tithe, or you are giving them, I don't know. I don't understand. But paying tithe is not the problem. You understand? Paying tithe is not the problem. It is what you do with the tithe. You get me? What do you do with your tithe? Paying tithe is not actually the problem. What do you do with your tithe? What do you do with the offering? Different contributions, different names. Why don't you just pay tithe and, like, pay tithe? Like you come to church and you pay just your tithe. Why do you have to pay tithe, pay offering, pay seed, pay this, pay sand, pay mite, widow's mite, pay power bank, gratuity, pay building, collection, different names for different that is why they call it office. You don't open office, because when you start coming up with these names for the same collect everything once and go on, such a problem, because you have no business, like you have no, I don't know, is it not just everything that has everything? Church is spiritual now. Church not get physical property here on earth, so it is building spiritual property in heaven. So you can take small money and you can collect all this money and go and sort, like, build people's faith spiritually, like the way it's meant to be, not necessarily you collecting finish, you say, okay, you are building church, you are expanding. Who are you building? Who will they build those structures for? Who are you building? And people are still homeless. Yes, most of your congregations are homeless. Trust me, truth be told, even if they have houses or roof over their head, they are struggling with the rent. So let's stop building all this mansion. You can build not necessarily, I don't know who they build, I don't know, the same property, and where they offer Jesus Christ decline, So what am I saying? I'm just I just brought Adeboye's on just for context, but that's not why I'm making this post. Why am I making this post? AY comedian, raised a very a very sensitive question or a very serious question, recently. I saw the post recently. I don't know when he made the post, but the post was like, who is the church meant for? Or who is it really meant for? Or was it really meant for? You understand? Because he went to church and he felt like he wasn't welcomed. And for obvious reasons anyway, but is it supposed to be so? Is it supposed to be like, okay, me now I can't go. I've had my own fair of, because somebody if you do one thing, you just and church, need to be very, very careful. And I need to just be very, very careful because you might ignorantly push somebody away from, from church. Just for your actions. You fit ignorantly push person away from church. The person come because of you. Come on for church. You yourself, you don't know, you dey ignorant, but I don't know. How can you be judged for that? I don't know. I don't know how to judge. Nobody's judging anyway, but when you ignorantly push somebody away for that and the person come because of say you don't want to, the person will come even meet yourself, say, okay, this is what you did, and blah 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 blah. Plenty things they happen and we cannot take credit or responsibility for Jesus. That is why mercy, patience, forgiveness, that's why all these things are important. So what am I saying? Congratulations to the couple getting wedded. See, by first wedding, all of a sudden, wedding does start, fried rice, everything, because everything is taken care of. You understand? Everything is being taken care of. So my own, what I want to talk to say, what's good for the good is good for the gander. As they done for that couple, there are other couples in that church that needs, one or two. You get? Probably they don't need, they feel they okay. You understand? But if you look well, you will see one or two persons we need, so it will make sense. Not even, you're not doing it for me, but it will be a good thing to see, or to be a good thing to know, or to be a good thing to put out there, because I might not even follow up the rest of whatever, but it will be a good thing to, to just put it out there. Like, let it not be a one Sunday thing, okay? Let it not be a one Sunday thing. Do meeting. Know your couples. Know the couples. Know the young couples in your church. And find out if they can fund their wedding. And if they cannot, set up a trust fund for couples we won't get married. Members of your church, yes. Members of your church. So you can start a foundation, or probably you can start up something like, if there is any couple in this church that wants to get married, the church is going to take care of everything. It is a church. It is a church. If I bring shoe, this one bring this one, this one bring this one, this one bring this one. Before you know, everything done. You get? So let it not be a try and lock, or let it not be something that will happen that will come and do Thanksgiving, because everybody, the line is, that is, the queue is very long. The testimony queue is very, very long. People are waiting. People are even giving up waiting. So, do your census. You now as a church, because I don't know what you're doing from Monday till Friday. It's not about the preaching, because all this movement, this small move alone, can give someone hope, and the person will be like, okay, there's still God. Not necessarily, okay, the devil, you go to hell. No, that's a doctrine of fear. Small hope like this can make someone look to the brighter side. Okay, if something like this could happen to this person, it can also happen to me. Then the person will want to key in. It's as simple as that. I just came to this video done the long man cut down for you, but I believe I've said everything I have to say. Just do your census. Know all the couples, all the young couples, even the younger ones that are still, we won't go school, we won't go university. Without even the talk, say, I mean, some of our churches get university, and the school fees is like this. The school fees is mind blowing. But what to do? What to do?